Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and put the fan back in. We've got that hose attached. I went ahead and used the factory clip instead of the like a stainless steel hose clamp. And I just positioned it so that should I ever need to take it off, I can get those pliers in there easily again. The fan, as I said, there's one hole for screw that mounts it into the top, or a bolt. This little flange here slides down into that clip, and then you've got this side piece that slides into this clip down here. You can see that. And basically, just get everything lined up and push it in until you're aligned with your hole here. And then, because I marked my bags, I know what these are for. And because I'm a creature of habit, go ahead and group that up. And these speed clips, or speed nuts, happen to already be on here, unlike the other ones that we had to take off the old radiator. Oops. So when putting this in, you want to make sure that stays aligned in there. And these also are a 10 millimeter. Go ahead. Just snug it up. Don't over tighten it, and we'll put the other one on. Same procedure here. Go ahead and line up our two spots. Slide that over, make sure we've got good alignment with our bolt hole there, our speed nut. And same process, just get in there, tighten it up, and then next we'll make our electrical connections. Okay. So, got that snug down. Now you've got your electrical connectors for the fans. One thing to notice on these Chrysler electrical connectors is you have this little tab. It's like a lock tab. And when we connect these, in order to disconnect them, you have to pull it out. And then when we connect them, you'll slide it back in. I'm just going to put a little bit of dielectric grease on this connector. And this just connects up here. You'll feel it kind of snap, and then you'll push that clip back in, and that'll lock it into place. And then we'll just do the same thing on the other side. So those are hooked back up. Now we're going to go ahead and put on our upper radiator hose. I'm going to make sure this one I'm using some stainless steel hose clamps. So use some silicone again just to lube that up a little bit, and I just want to push that on. We'll tighten that hose clamp down in a minute, and then the same thing. Just going to push that on as far as we can get it. Right up to that stop point there. And then you can use a screwdriver on these, or a socket, but it's just as easy to do a screwdriver when they're new like this. And what I'm going to feel for, there's a little lip in there or flare. I just want to put that hose clamp right in front of that. And get that nice and tight. Attach that. I'm going to go ahead and put this bracket back on. And you see this hole here and the post here, those are going to line up on either side. Start that. And this is our reservoir return hose. So what we got to do here first is pry this. If your new radiator doesn't come with this piece of plastic here, I don't really know what to call it, but just call it a piece of plastic. Use your little pry bar to get that off. And these are just plastic push pins. I'm going to put that back in place on the new unit. And one of the reasons this is important is we've got this little clip here that holds your return hose there. Make sure we got enough line there to get that in. We do. So we're good there. So now we'll go ahead and tighten these down. These are a 13 millimeter. So now one of the next steps, we have to put this piece back in. And again, you don't have to take this grill off. You can slide it up underneath here and then pull this back and drop it down underneath. And you can use these screw holes kind of as your guide to make sure you got everything lined back up. And this is flexible, so you got some room to work with there. And now we've got these two bolts that hold this together, and you just have to get all three of these lined up. This piece with the plastic piece with the hole underneath, and it'll go back together nicely. And then these are just small Phillips head screws. And then there's two units here that are the plastic push pins that you can just push in. And to remove those, I just use the pry bar, get under there and pull those up. And then use your screwdriver or your cordless drill, put those back in. And finally, last step is to add coolant and get your air out of the system. And then you're back in business. Alright, one final step after you got everything all done, tested, is I want to replace the stock cap there with my stamped lever vent cap. Now this project is officially done.